Good morning students. So in the last video we have seen how the screen of C++ will look. Okay. So you know how to, if you are having system in your home, you know how to install the C++ program. So what is the software we are using? We are using developer C++. So if you are having system in your home, you can install that in your system, and how the screen of the C++ program will look, and how we have to, by clicking that icon, you can go to the window, and then how you can create a new file in C++ program, and how we can compile, how you can save and run the program. So before compiling the program, you have to save, then only it will allow to compile the program, and then only you can run the program. So you can, if you want to need the output, so first you have to save the program, and then only you have to compile it, and then you can run it. Okay. So you know what is the extension of a C++ program. So that is .cpp. So now we will see the evaluation part of this. So up to this, what you have learned, they have given the questions for you to evaluate. So try to answer these questions. So first one, who developed C++? Okay, so the answer is Charles Babbage, Benjamin Stroustrup, Bill Gates and Sundar Pichai. So that is Benjamin Stroustrup. Okay. And question number 2, what was the original name given to C++? So what was the original name given to C++? So CPP, this is the extension of C++, and next advanced C, no. So C with classes. So class with C or C with classes? C with classes. Option C is the correct one. So option C, C with classes. And then question 3, who coined C++? That is, who gave the name for it? Who gave the name for it as C++? That is, which one? Rick Masity, Rick Bajami, Bill Gates, Dennis Ritchie. That is Rick Masity. Okay, so the answer is Rick Masity. The smallest individual unit of a program. So which one is the smallest individual unit in a program? So program, algorithm, flowchart, tokens. So you know about these three, and tokens is one you also know. So which one is the smallest individual unit in a program? What is the answer? Answer is tokens. Okay. And next one, which of the following operator is extraction operator of C++? So which one is the operation? This one is called as the extraction operator. Okay. So answer A. This is called as the extraction operator. This is called as the insertion operator. This you know very well. This is called not if I will be using for another one, and this one only will be using for the exponent. So which one is the extraction operator? This one is the extraction operator, option A. And question number 6. Which of the following statement is not true? So keywords or the reserved words convey specific meaning to the C++ compiler. Or the reserved keywords. You know very well keywords are the reserved words. Reserved word means, so these words has been created for a particular purpose only. So conveying specific meaning to the C++ compiler. Okay. So reserved words or keywords can be used as an identifier name. So you know what are the rules for framing an identifier. So for framing an identifier name, can you use keywords or reserved words? No. So this one is not true. Reserved words or keywords cannot be used as an identifier name. So this one is not true. Let us also see the other 2 points. An integer constant must have at least one digit without a decimal point. An integer constant must have at least one digit without a decimal point. Yes, it is true. And then exponent form of real constant consists of 2 parts. Yes, if you want to give the exponent form, you want to have the exponent part and the integer part. So real constant consists of 2 parts. So what is the answer? Reserved words or keywords can be identified. This one is not true. Other 3 statements are true. And then question number 7. Which of the following is a valid string literal? Okay, which of the following is a valid string literal? So which one is the valid string literal? A. They are given single quotes, and then welcome, which has been also given in single quotes. 1, 2, 3, 2. So string literal means it must be specified within double quotes. So answer is 1, 2, 3, 2, which is specified within double quotes. If it is specified within single quote, then it is called character literal. So this is the string literal. Okay. And then question number 8. A program written in high level language is called as, okay, object code, source code, executable code, and all the above. So a program which is written is called as the source code. Written in high level language is called as which one? Source code. Okay. And next one, So assume A is equal to 5, B is equal to 6. What will be the result of A ampersand B? So if you have ampersand, it is called as the address of operator. Okay, so let us have it as 4. And then question number 10, which of the following is called as compile time operator? Which one is called as the compile time operator? Size of operator. This one is called as the compile time operator. So next, part 2. Answer to all the questions. So question number 1, what is meant by a token? Name the tokens available in C++. So you know very well C++ program statements. What is a token? This is a, we call it as a individual element. Okay, so that is a smallest element. Okay, so C++ program elements are constructed by many different small elements such as commands, variables, constants and many more symbols called as operators and punctuators. So individual elements are collectively called as lexical units or lexical elements or tokens. Okay. So tokens may also be called as lexical elements and lexical units. So what are all the tokens in C++? It has the following tokens: keywords, identifiers, literals, operators and punctuators. So name the tokens available in C++, they have asked. So that's why we have given name the tokens available in C++. And next one, what are keywords? Can keywords be used as identifiers? So what are keywords? You know very well, keywords are the reserved words. It has been used for specific one. Can keywords be used as identifiers? No, we cannot use keywords as identifiers. In one word also we have seen these questions. Now they have asked it in 2 mark question also. So keywords are the reserved words which convey specific meaning to the C++ compiler. They are the essential element to construct C++ program. So எப்படி create பண்ணோம், எப்படி syntax இருக்கோ அதே மாதிரி தான் we can create. So most of the keywords are common to C, C++, Java. Keywords அதாவது C, C++, Java மூணு programming language மே most of the keywords வந்து common ஆ இருக்கும். So keywords are reserved and cannot be used as identifiers. So can be used, it cannot be used. Okay, the identifier name create பண்றதுக்கு main point, the rules for framing an identifier name, keyword should not be used as the identifier name, isn't no? And each identifier must be unique also. So we cannot use keywords as the identifiers. Question number 3, the following constants are which type? Okay, so they have asked to find which type of this. So first 39. So you can see there is no any 0 or 1 or O or X bit before the number. Then we call this number as a decimal number. So O32. Then we call it because there is a 0 bit before. Okay. So 39 is the decimal number and this one is called as the octal, and here we are having OX cafe. So this is called a hexadecimal number. Okay. And this 4.14. It is also called as the decimal number. So the following constants are of which type they have asked. So they may give the same number also. Sometimes they may change the number, and sometimes this type of questions may be asked in one words also. Okay. So if you have the prefix, if you have OX, then it is called hexadecimal, and if you have O, it's called as the octal. Okay. And next, write the following real constant into the exponent form. So how you can write in the exponent form these numbers? So they have given 23.197. Okay. So first 23.197. So how you can write this? 23.197 can be written as 0.23197 into 10 power 2. Okay. So into 10 power 2, that is it's equal to 0.23197 E2. Okay. So 7.214 can be written as 0.7214 into 10 power 1. So therefore 0.7214 in E1. So 0.005 can be written as 0.5 into 10 power minus 4. Okay. So into 10 power minus 4. It can be written as 0.5 into E minus 4. So 0.319 means 3.19. Okay. So 3.19 into 10 power minus 1. So that is 3.19 in E minus 1. So how we can write this in exponent form? So first you have to have it to the maximum, you have it with 0. Okay. So as here we are having 0.3, we make it as 3.19 into 10 power something. So then hence we have 3.19 E minus 1. So as we are having 10 power minus 4, we have it as minus 4, and here we having as E1 and E2. What are the powers here? We are written as exponent form. Okay. And next question, match the following. So modulus, separators, stream extraction and lexical units. So first one, A, modulus, they are reminders of a division. So modulus symbol is percentage symbol. So that percentage symbol will give you the remainder of a division. And next one, separators. So separators are punctuators. Okay. So semicolon. So they is called termination operator. No. So they are used for, they are called, come under the category punctuators. Next, stream extraction. So what is stream extraction? That is get from. Okay. That is extraction operator. And then lexical units is tokens. And next we are having the part 3. Okay, answer to all the questions. So describe the difference between keywords and identifiers. So in part 1 also we have the concept of, they have asked whether keywords can be identifiers. In part 2 also we had one question, and part 3 also we are having. So be thorough with this keywords and identifiers. So what is a keywords? Keywords are the reserved words which convey specific meaning to the C++ compiler. They are essential elements to construct C++ programs. Most of the keywords are common to C, C++, and Java. So these are the ways. And next, identifiers. You know very well, identify the user-defined names given to different parts of C++ program. So they are the fundamental building blocks of a program. Every language have specific rules for naming the identifier. So be clear with that. Every language has specific rules. So when you are naming the identifier, you must be thorough with the rules, and as per the rules only you can form the identifiers. Keywords are the reserved words. Okay. And next, question 2 is C++ case sensitive. What is meant by the term case sensitive? So whether C++ is case sensitive? Yes, it is case sensitive. What is meant by the term? C++ is a case sensitive programming language. So all the keywords must be in lower case. Okay. Case sensitive means that the uppercase and the lowercase letters are considered differently. So capital A, if you give capital A, and in another line if you give when you are using the same one. Suppose I am creating a variable with A1, and the next line if I give capital A, it will be taken as the small a is equal to 10 and capital A is equal to 5 will be taken as two variables. That is, it is case sensitive. Okay, so you have to be very confidential when you are giving your identifier name because it is case sensitive. So it's very better to use all the keywords must be in lowercase. Okay, keywords most probably they are in lowercase. So if you also follow the same things, it will be very useful for you. So case sensitive means the uppercase and lowercase letters are considered differently. Uppercase, lowercase na capital letter, small letter. Okay. And next question number 3, differentiate equal to and double equal to. So this as I said already, equal to is an assignment operator, double equal to is an equal to operator, and it is a relational operator also. So we know less than or equal to, greater than or equal to, double equal to and not equal to comes under relational operator. So only one equal to is an assignment operator, that is A is equal to 5, B is equal to 10 means we call it as an assignment operator. Double equal to is an equal to operator and it is then relational operator. Okay. So it is used to assign the value of a variable or expression. It is used to comparison of both left and side operands. Okay. If A is equal to B, then at that time we will be using double equal to because we are going to compare the two values. Okay. So at that time we will be using the double equal to. Right. So next question, what is the use of a header file? So header file contains definitions of functions and variables which is imported or used into any C++ program by using the preprocessor #include statement. So header files have an extension .h which contains C++ function declaration and macro definition. Example #include. So we know very well IO stream, that is for the header file for input output. Similarly, when you are using mathematical symbols, we will be using #include math. So this is #include is used for the inserting the header files. So next one, what is why is main function special? So it is a C++ collection of functions. Every C++ program must have a main function. The main function is the starting point where all C++ program begin their execution. So where is the main function? From them only it starts its execution. Therefore, the executable statement should be inside the main functions. Okay. So students, I think you are very clear with this notes. Have a note in your computer note. Okay. Thank you students.